guys, welcome to another episode of the Zoe Damacela question and answer show. I decided to kind of make a special episode of this show because I just finished speaking at the TEDx Midwest conference at the Oriental Theater in downtown Chicago. And I gave a presentation at this conference, and I also had the opportunity to meet a whole bunch of fans, and so that was really cool. I got to take pictures and stuff like that. But one of the things that I thought was the best part was that a lot of my fans came with really, really interesting questions that I thought would be awesome to share with you guys on my show right now. So for the people who weren't there, or the people who didn't get to hear my responses, I'm going to share some of the questions that I liked the best, I guess. So one of the questions that I got asked a lot actually was, why do I continue to go to school? Like, why am I in college if I'm already running this successful business and if I'm already, president and CEO of a company? And I actually get asked this question a lot, and this is something that I've thought about myself as well, because it's very hard to manage being a college student and being, president and CEO and being a fashion designer and trying to, spend time with my friends and my family and stuff like that. But I think the best answer that I can give is I've always wanted to go to college my entire life, but never really thought that I could get into a really good school. I didn't think that I'd be able to pay for it, and there was all of these kind of barriers that I set up in my own mind about the fact that I felt like there was too many things preventing me from going to college. And so once I was in, I don't want to miss out on this experience in my life, because I think that the thing about college is that makes it kind of different from high school is that, there's the aspect where you're learning and you're sitting in class and you're taking notes and, you're learning information about, math or science or history or whatever. But I think the more important part about college and why it's important to go to college is that you can make so many connections and you'll get so many more opportunities by going to college. I mean, I know, for me, there's been so many amazing people that I've met through Northwestern, and so many, internship experiences and, speaking engagements and just, all kinds of opportunities that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise had I not gone to Northwestern. And plus, I think that college is, a big part of growing up, and this was my chance to, move out of my house for the first time, go live by myself, and really kind of take that step towards becoming a more independent person. And so, I think that that's something that we don't really think about when we think about college. Sometimes we just kind of picture college as I'm going to buy a bunch of books and sit down and study textbooks. And that's just, that's a really important part too. You do need to learn stuff, but one aspect that we don't think about is all those connections and opportunities that you get through going to college. And so that's the reason why I continue to go to college, plus the fact that Northwestern is awesome, and I love my school. I love my sorority, Chi Delta, and I love the fact that I can have that experience in my life, because there's so many people who don't get a chance to have that. And I, at times, thought that I wouldn't have this experience, and so I definitely want to take advantage of every moment of it. And so that's the main reason why I guess that's a couple reasons. That's a couple reasons why I decided to go to college and stay in college, even though I'm running this business. Another question that I got asked was why did I choose Northwestern instead of going to a design school? And that was also something that I was thinking about a lot when I was applying to colleges. I took tours of Parsons and FIT and the Art Institute in Chicago and all these really great design schools. And I liked them. I toured the schools. I thought that they were awesome. They looked really fun and exciting. But I felt more I'd get a lot more out of going to a school like Northwestern. Because I think if you go to fashion school, that's great because you'll learn how to sew, you'll learn how to design, and maybe you'll meet some other designers. But when you go to a more liberal arts school like Northwestern, right now I'm learning how to, do more with design, with costume design. And I'm also learning about, history, and I'm just learned Italian, and, I'm learning math and all these other skills that I wouldn't have gotten at a design school. Plus, I think the biggest part for me was having the real college experience. Had I not gone to design school, I wouldn't have lived in a dorm, because they don't really have, the real, dorm experience. I wouldn't have joined a sorority. I wouldn't have, had, football games and things like that are part of the more traditional college experience. And that for me was something that was really important and something that I definitely wanted to experience in my life. And so I think that Northwestern was a really, really awesome choice for me. It fit me so well, and even though, you know, I would have done really well in design school, I think that Northwestern has just been a better fit because I'm able to experience a lot more things at Northwestern that I wouldn't have gotten going to design school. And then my last question that I thought was really helpful, I think, to people, and kind of, I get asked this a lot too, is how do I manage doing all of this stuff, and how do I manage my time? That is really a tough one because I'm involved with so many different things, and I mean, you guys know all the stuff that I do, and so I think for me, like, time management was a really, really important skill that I had to learn over a lot of years. Like, I am so busy all the time. Those of you who know me personally know how busy I am all the time. You know, I travel, you know, a couple times a week. I'm always at the airport. You know, I'm always going somewhere or speaking somewhere or doing something. And so it definitely can be hard to manage that with going to class and spending time with my friends and family and things like that. And so, you know, what I try to do is set aside some time every week or every so often where I can just like have relaxed time and I can just like take a break, you know, maybe watch a movie or do something normal. But then the rest of that time, you know, I have to be really, really busy and really productive. And so, I mean, I like do my homework in the airport, on the airplane, in the taxi, going back and forth between places. I mean, I'm constantly like on my phone, checking my emails, you know, responding to people, booking dates. Luckily, I'm so glad that I have amazing interns who take care of a lot of stuff for me that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Like, I want to thank Karen, who's my social media intern, who's like awesome. She set up my Tumblr, and she's in charge of everything social media. Andrea, who's my editorial intern, she's awesome too. She writes a lot of, you know, biographical stuff and like anything that needs to be written, she's on it. You know, I have so many awesome interns, and I have to acknowledge that they help me so much with a lot of my work. And then I also have like my manager, who's actually my mom, and she kind of books everything for me, and she makes sure that I'm on top of everything and I'm going to all my appointments. And then I have like a whole team of people who kind of give me support and give me help, like my aunt and a family friend Scott, and all these people kind of work together to provide support for me. But me, myself, like, I have a lot of homework to do. I'm a triple major, and there's some things that you can't really give to your intern to do, and you have to do it yourself, like, you know, answering fan mail and stuff like that. So I'm definitely busy all the time, but I think that I don't really see it as like a bad thing. I don't really see it as work because this is what I want to do. I love fashion, I love business, but most of all, like, I love being able to help people, especially like teenagers and kids who are kind of going through a tough patch or going through a rough situation. I love being able to share my story, and, you know, hopefully all of my hard work and everything that I'm putting into this business will come out the other end and help somebody improve their lives, you know. And I just get so many like letters and mail and stuff from people who, you know, have taken things that I've said or things that I've done and have told me that it's helped their own lives. And, you know, that's the most important thing for me. That's what gets me through. That's whenever I have like a really rough day and I'm super stressed out and I have like 10 orders plus a midterm plus a speaking engagement plus I have like family things. You know, that's what really makes me realize the reason why I'm doing this is for all of you who are watching right now, everybody who, you know, wants to learn something from my story. And so I hope that I can be any kind of help as I can, and, you know, hopefully I can make a difference in the world. But that's it for today's question and answer show. Don't forget that you can always send me your questions and I'll answer them on my show. You guys know the drill. You can send them to my Facebook page, you can put them on my Tumblr, you can put them in a response to this video in the comments section, you can tweet them to me, you can stop me on the street and give me your question, and I'll try to answer it in my show if time allows. So yeah, that's it. Keep sending in your questions and I'll keep answering them on the show. Thanks, bye-bye.